It's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. All right. Shalom, shalom, peace, Israel. This is Brother Zaquan from Prophets in Babylon Camp down here in Tampa, Florida. I would like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful less scattered abroad. All right. As you see today, we're going into the book of Obadiah, chapter 1. Just these few verses, touch on a quick point. The Lord is coming to destroy, even the mightiest of Esau, the Lord is coming to put Esau as a whole down. The Lord is coming to destroy Esau as a whole. But we're going to touch on this point. Obadiah 1 and 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. All right. So the men that were at peace with Esau, Babylon, it's speaking of other nations, it says, have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. All right. It says, Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau, right? So putting this back overall, bringing this back, it's going to go into, the men of Teman, which is the Germans, basically going back to, how the Lord had these wise men, these Edomites, so-called, the wise, Edomites, so-called, that's what I was saying, so lucky a slip of the tongue. The Lord had it where they were creating nukes, and these devils were creating these nukes, not really realizing they were creating their own demise, It says, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau, right? And as you know, Teman, those are the top Edomites. Those are the smartest of the smartest Edomites. It says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. All right. And how are they going to be cut off? We know the judgment of Edomites, to get destroyed with these nukes. But touch back on a point. I'm going to bring it back to 7. It says, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Going into those other nations, especially even the ones that were allies with Babylon. It says, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. So the ones that are even at peace with Babylon, they're deceiving them. Esau thinks, we got these other nations under our belt, we were allies and stuff. When in reality, all the other nations are starting to look at Esau like, yo, y'all are the cause of most of the problems that's going on in the world today now, so Babylon's enemies, Babylon's allies are starting to really turn, which they all really have turned. It's just a time and a place for everything. It says, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. There's none understanding in him, and the house divided against itself shall not stand. All right. To touch back on the point, it says, thy mighty men, O Teman, and the Temans, the Teman was the Germans. It says, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right. So no matter who you are on this earth, no matter what type of Edomite you are on this earth, Yahweh Shemel is still above you and still, the king. Even though you're the smartest and the smartest of the Edomites and the mightiest of the Edomites are going to be dismayed, and they're going to be cut off by slaughter. This is scriptural, But to touch upon a point, Teman was the Germans, and the Germans are the smartest of the Edomites, But to touch on that quick point, I'd like to give our glory on our praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakah HaKodash. Till next time, Shalom and Abba Ball.